Am I the only one that hates to tie this shirt like that? Much better. Inflation.
With inflation at a 40-year high.
Inflation. Jobs are back, but prices are still too high.
When you face inflationary pressure, you can't just spend your way out of it. On the contrary,
we will use our tools to support the economy and a strong labor market and to prevent higher inflation from becoming entrenched. Over coming months, we'll be looking for compelling evidence that inflation is moving down, consistent with inflation returning to 2%.
Inflation in the euro area today is being driven by a complex mix of factors that reflect, in part, our economic structures and strategic dependencies.
The reason we have inflation in the United States, or for that matter anywhere in the world, is because these pieces of paper and the accompanying book entries, or their counterparts in other nations, are growing more rapidly than the quantity of goods and services produced. The truth is, inflation is made in one place and one place only, here in Washington.
The price of everything is going up. Your money is getting worthless by the minute, and there's nothing you can do. But you can go outside to remind yourself how poor you are getting. But this is real. Inflation is here to stay. Everything is going up, but our buying power. Car prices are going up. House prices are going up. Gas, rent, bread, you name it. You might say we should ask the government to do something about it because of greedy businessmen. But the thing is, every time the government tries to do something about it, things tend to get worse.
The first day of the odd-even system was a disaster.
Why doesn't anybody contact the president? Why is he letting this happen to us?
People go from, I cannot afford gas to, I cannot find gas.
Gas lines at many stations were a lot longer than normal.
But the underlying truth is that inflation is not that bad. Wait, what? Yes, inflation is not that bad. It's a necessary evil. I know the price of everything is going up. Gas price is going up. Grocery, rent, everything is going up. There will be migration wave from poor country to developed country because of inflation. I know your wife left you because you cannot provide for your family because of inflation. That's on you. But still, inflation is not a bad thing. It never was. It's a form of market readjustment. It makes the economy healthy and punish anomalies, like your crazy craving for things that you don't really need. It makes the price to adjust to market realities and then to readjust and they adjust. Like it's a cycle. Adjust, readjust. The thing is, without inflation, we are just a bunch of savages buying whatever we want, how we want, regardless of the quantity, as if there's no scarcity. Yeah, things in this world are finite. Who would expect that or thought about that? The only thing that is not finite in this world is money. That's why it keeps losing value. And that's what nobody's getting. Finite resource and infinite money doesn't really goes along. The truth is, the market needs to readjust whether we like or not. Whether we like, whether we like, whether we like, whether we like or not. In the last few years, the world went crazy. Look, the reality is that we will not have inflation if we had perfect leaders chosen by perfect people who interact in a perfect economy that works in a perfect country that exists in a perfect world, which does not exist. And still, the problem is not inflation. It's what is causing inflation. Actually, what's causing inflation is more important than inflation itself. But first, let's define inflation. No, I already defined inflation.